Thank you, Mr. Moran. Mr. Feenstra of Iowa, you're recognized.
Thank you, Chairman LaHood, and thank you, Ranking Member Davis. I want to extend my gratitude and all the witnesses and what you wrote and your testimonies. They're so important for our children, for our foster children, and how we can continue to grow and help them. Iowa and across the country, caseworkers do an incredible job, but too often the technologies that work with them is really outdated. I know in Iowa we have outdated systems. A lot of states still use green screen systems. I mean, this is 1980s stuff. This is incredibly appalling. So I want to just talk about this a little bit. And Dr. Jacobs, I want to just ask you, first of all, there's this balance out here, and my good friend Congressman Moran just noted it, but I want to extrapolate it a little further, that technology is so important, but also data in is good, but it can be data out, it can be bad also, all right? Garbage in, garbage out, however. So these caseworkers, they have to put in good data, and they've got to extrapolate the data that's coming out. Do you see concerns about this, especially the time it takes and the relationships? I mean, where's the balance here?
Thank you. That's a very insightful question. One of the things that we do think about a lot and put a lot of effort into is the training that goes with our tools. And by that, I don't mean training on how to actually use the software, how to draw a line, how to make a box. We do that training as well, but the training that we feel is crucially important is the training about exactly what you're talking about. What do you do with the information? It's not terribly hard to find a phone number. There are a million findmyhighschoolfriends.com sites that will help you find a phone number, find an email. What's important is what you do with that and what you say after you've hopefully dialed the phone and engage with that person who says, I don't really want to talk to you. But this is someone that you feel, because of your skills as a caseworker or your life experience, that could be really impactful. The users of our tools and software that we talk with regularly, we meet with them and they share and peer support, they frequently say, don't give up. It's so important that this child knows their people, that it's more than a placement. It's not about checking a box. It's about building this child's people. We had one case in which our users were told that this child had no family. And they said, just let us try. This was an 11-year-old who had been in residential care for 8 months without one single visitor. And they finally got permission to try with our software and our tools and the training that they'd had, because they knew it was so crucial. They found this young girl's grandparents living 3 states away, desperate to know what had happened to her. They had raised her for the first half of her life, and then her mother had come, taken her, moved away, and she'd gone into a black hole for all they knew. So exactly to your point, it's crucial that the people involved have the time to actually be people, to put themselves in the place of an 11-year-old who's been completely isolated for 8 months from anyone who knows or cares about her. I can't really process that myself, but that is the core of what will make technology useful.
Right. I appreciate that, your comments and what you're saying there. And I think from the federal, state level, I mean, we all have to be working on that, and we have to be very cognizant of that. And we can talk all about technology all we want, but we have to make sure what we're doing with it. Mr. Lewis, thanks for your testimony. It was wonderful. In Iowa, the Department of Health and Human Services is working to shift from fax system that was developed in the 80s to a new system that can reduce inefficiencies, provide caseworkers with better technology tools to serve families. As more states continue to slowly transition from CCWIS guidelines, how can technology be used alongside federal programs like Chafee to serve foster youth living in rural communities?
So the needs in a rural community are different than in an urban core.
Yep.
And yet, some things are the same. You have caring people in rural communities. You have professionals in rural communities, and you have the opportunity to make connections there. I can't speak for broad across the whole thing, but what I can say is if you can leverage the resources that exist and the people in the community, the opportunity to make connections between neighbors is stronger sometimes than in an urban setting, because every time I've been to a rural place, the people there are for each other.
That's right.
Like they're for each other.
Care.
They care. And it's not hard for them to do that. I would leverage the heck out of neighbors caring for neighbors.
Thank you. Thank you again